Hello.
Hey, Auntie Fee, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. You so crazy. Good morning. So listen, I can't be up here long because I got a live set. But I want to say this. This is what happens when they allow. And I say that I got to be mindful that a lot of these politicians are all in cahoots because when what MAGA consists of, when I say it's called Making America Slavers Again, it's just a group. It's not all Republicans. It's just a certain group of them, and a lot of them are politicians. So that's the only reason why, and all of them are lobbied by APEC or take donations from APEC. Okay, so they are pro-Israel, but they're not real Jews. Okay,
Right.
so they were all placed and put in position of power and control to move the New World Order movement. So what's happening now is everything that they have planned or had planned to try to change the currency over to do the devil's dance, to do the devil's work. Let me just put it like that.
Right.
Okay, so we the U.S. The normal people are blind to what they've been doing for since 1948 or longer. Okay, does that make
Right.
sense? Okay, because that's when the Rothschilds created the state of Israel. This Israel is not biblical Israel. Biblical Israel is Jacob. Let me say this again. This Israel that people think, oh, this war this is biblical, this is two brothers. No, this is good and evil.
Let's go.
This is just good and evil. And this is just the devil's trying to prove to God that he is just as big as him, and you kick me out, and I'm gonna corrupt your people, and I'm gonna convert your people who believe in you to non-believers. I'm gonna convert them. I'm gonna manipulate. I'm gonna lie. So what's happening now is the devil is spiraling out of control because how they had it planned and how they had it set up is not going that way. See, Iran, they thought that they had enough power and Trump could intimidate these people to move the way they want to move. That's why he said a long time ago, I can come out and shoot somebody on or unalive somebody on outside, I guess, Trump Tower, and hell, they will say it wasn't him. So what he was saying is, I can do wrong, and they still gonna back me. So this is why I don't make excuses for him. I ain't lying for nobody. What he doing is wrong, and all of this stuff that they've been doing with these minors and kids, and all of that is unfolding, and the truth is coming out that has been hidden for all these years.
Right.
So when I say he ain't man enough to go to prison, he never thought that he would be exposed. He never thought that these people would turn against him. He never thought that God will win. And right now, God is knocking down a lot of their stuff. It's mind blowing to know that a lot of this child trafficking went through our military on those bases in those foreign countries that Iran is hitting.
Right.
Are child brothels. And what Iran is doing is calling it out, putting it out. They say that they captured that second recruit. And when I was up that night, all night, and I ran that live, and I said, I don't know. I don't think they got him. Because what's been happening every time Trump lies, they put out videos showing otherwise. And we're not paying attention to it. So they they have captured that crewman.
Right.
But Trump wants people to think, okay, yeah, we getting our people back. Yeah, we not leaving nobody. He lying. That's why he's saying if you don't make a deal. They said, why we need to make a deal and we winning, fool? Make a deal. Why? Why would we make a deal with you when you tried to come over here, intimidate a strong arm, because you did that to Venezuela and it was easy. So now you think that you're going to pull that same stunt. Fool, we've been watching the U.S. for 20 years. We've been studying how y'all move and how y'all operate. We have allowed you to think that you was running something.
Let's
And when you
go.
pushed that button back in June, that was you thought that you was sending, peace. You thought you was manipulating a strong army, and you presented it to the U.S. that we the bad people, and I want peace, and I want a Nobel Peace Prize. Uh, that's what he's doing up front, but behind the scenes, you plotting and planning, and behind the scenes, what they was doing, saying, okay, yeah, we tested missiles. We tested missiles on y'all that we ain't tested before. We know how you move. We know that you're a punk. We know that you're full of shit. We know, and we've been playing in your face this time and the time before. But now you got BB Netanyahu pulling strings on you in this blackmail because them Epstein files done came out.
Facts. Okay, so I got a question because a lot of people was asking for the Epstein file, but I guess with all the mayhem going on, a lot of people went looked over it because I don't see enough people breaking them down, and they was actually asking for them.
It's a lot of stuff.
Facts.
It's a lot, and the reason why Pam Bundy wanted to hold on, she in them Epstein files too. She was a child prodigy, allegedly. Them little girls that they put through college, so that they could be able to put them in position
Right.
to move the New World Order. Yeah, they grew absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So now she over there feeling stupid. And I'm gonna tell you something. Every video that I put up of her and Trump a long time ago when she was a kid on that plane, and when she was like a college student, they yank it. They don't strike me, but they yank that. They yank it.
Yeah, they said that they limiting what we can and can't say on here, and they are attacking channels that actually want to show everybody that they woke and that they paying close attention. Mm-hmm. They don't want us to talk or touch on that.
No, they don't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They don't want the truth. Let me tell you. So to me, Room Shaker, it's kind of like, no, we need for you to continue to be blinded. And let me tell you something else they don't understand. They don't understand why we, the darker shade of the 50 Shades of Brown, because they came from us. We didn't come from them. I don't care nothing about that mixed breed stuff. They come from us. We did not come from them. So the 50 Shades of Brown starts with the darker shade. And then on down the line, it just gets lighter and lighter and lighter. So they way on the tail end, and they know this. But they can't understand, dang, we done did all this. We steady trying to poison them. We steady trying, we done milked them. We done made money off of them. They still maintaining, we done enslaved them. How are these darker shades of 50 Shades of Brown still surviving? We've tried everything we know how to do. Now we finna try to play with the DNA. We need their melanin so that we can try to duplicate what God did. Because how are they able to endure like this?
Right.
Because we chosen.
And then they also, I think the reason why they attacking houses and property is because they said they weren't expecting a lot of black people to become homeowners. It was like they wanted to held us back, and so many people are pushing forward. So what about the ones that's holding on to that slave mentality, saying that we can never win? Because black people have actually shown that they can reach all heights and level that everybody else can.
We are. It's just been whitewashed. And so what has happened is the Rothschilds, who are from a foreign land, the British, have dominated. They have dominated. And they were kind of like the outcast gypsies. So they have positioned it so that we, one, don't know that we are royal and we are chosen, and then two, to dominate, the banking, housing. They're buying up all, they trying to buy up all the land. They're trying to control the currency. They want us to be destitute. That has always been the plan, right? So God has always. See, this is why I don't understand why people want to act like they, you know, doing this on their own. They not. We are not. We are not. It was orchestrated long before we came along. This is why we were predestined before we were placed in our mother's womb. Yeah, this is all orchestrated, good and evil. So yeah, that was a plan, but it wasn't just about home ownership. It was about power and control and who is an inherited and who is not.
Let's
And
go.
that's just what that is. And even at my age, I never have dived into it as deep as I am now because it never made more sense to me now than it did before because of the way the world is moving. You could actually see them trying to put in place this new world order, which people may think, well, that's good. No, it's not. When you think it's good, that means you agree with the devil.
Let's go. So, okay, y'all, I dropped her link to her next live. Please like, share, and subscribe to all the links I dropped in the chat. So how do you feel? Because I see some stuff the other day, and I know you got an opinion about it, or you might not. It was a lot of people attacking people because they found their new way to God, and they trying to build a relationship, which I don't knock nobody because everybody gonna come to their own understanding and they gonna have their own relationship. But a lot of people was ready to tear people down, and a lot of false prophets popped out on the board to where I was like, I'm not entertaining the thought of none of this shit. Like, yeah, beware of false prophet, because your journey does not mean you critique, you tear down, or you gospel about the next person. That's why I say everybody got an understanding and been in church, no matter what religion it was. Like, you should know what you should and shouldn't be doing by now. So I'm just here to watch the whole shit show, and all these people bump heads because one think they holier than thou.
Well, I understand. I kind of think I understand now. As they have whitewashed the our history, they have also played with the Bible. Okay. And so there has been a lot of misteaching. Some of it was on purpose, like that evangelical people. Those are the Christian Zionists. That means that is the devil playing with God. That is false prophet. That is a wolf in sheep clothing. I mean, why would you put Christ in front of a devil worshiping cult? So that means that you are intentionally trying to manipulate the mind, right?
And the people, absolutely.
And the people, absolutely. When Charlie Kirk, when I really recognized what was going on is when Charlie Kirk was unalived. And because he called himself a devout Christian, I am a Christian, I believe in Jesus Christ, da 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 da. But then you did not respect empathy. You thought empathy. I mean, and there's no way you can be a devout Christian and not respect and honor empathy, because that's our saving grace. Our saving grace is empathy. And I'm kind of getting a little emotional because how dare you? So me and Pressure kind of went at it. I have to give it to Pressure, challenging me, because I'm like, Pressure, how you something ain't right. So at this time when I was looking and listening to him, I never heard of him before. I immediately said, I said, that's a wolf in sheep clothing, because God was directing me, my sheep know my voice. And I know the things that he is saying is not true. I don't care what he said with his mouth, that he's a believer in Jesus Christ and that he's a devout Christian. The things that you're saying about God's chosen, the things that you are saying about the foreigners and immigration, that does not line up with God's word. God's word talks about Christians helping and feeding the foreigners, and foreigners are immigrants.
Right.
So everything that he was saying was against God. That genocide that he was preaching was against God. So wait a minute. So that's what made me say, something ain't right. Something ain't right. They try to play in our face. It's like, why they honoring this man? Why they honoring him like he wasn't even a political figure. He hadn't done anything when he was political to the devil game. Now what happened, why they took him out, why they took him out was because he was playing a political game that got into his real relationship with God. So he compromised his spiritual moral integrity, okay? By being manipulated into the devil's game, and it was money.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely, make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So once he realized that, whoa, I can't just leave, and Bibi Netanyahu said, no, you can't just leave. We've been pouring into you. You know, how you gonna now say, oh yeah, no, but I believe in Christ. No, everything that you've been doing, you remember when you said this, you remember when you did that. No, no, dog. So what Charlie Kirk did was say no to the devil.
Right.
He chose Christ over the devil, and he had to go.
Let's go.
So is Tyler Robinson? No, he didn't do that. The military CIA did that. Okay. So yes, that's why we're seeing this religion, Christianity, because folk who was brought up in that, I'm not just gonna say evangelical, because it is probably in all of it, because the devil said that he was going to manipulate through the churches.
Let's go.
I heard Bibi Netanyahu out his mouth said that he had a campaign that he was pushing to turn Christians to Zionists, and his way of going about it to reach the masses is through mega churches. And when you look at like Trump's former spiritual advisor, he was arrested and went to jail for child molestation.
Let's go. So then I got another question for you, because even back in slavery days, they said certain parts of the Bible was removed or torn out because they didn't want blacks to have access or get their hands on it. So go ahead.
You talking about the Ethiopian Bible? I ordered one. I'm beginning to believe in that. I knew of the book of the Maccabees. I knew that I don't like telling my business, but an ex, I had a father-in-law back in the day who preached on the missing books of the Bible. He spoke of the books of the Maccabees. He talked about the resurrection and the mark of the beast and the left behind. He preached that. And he was the first person who really preached on it. Now, did he go in depth with the missing books of the Bibles and the Enoch and Jubilee and all that type of stuff? No, I never went through that with him, but he definitely put that bug he planted that seed. So
Right.
yes. So yeah, and I have recently ordered that, and I've been doing some studying, some research on it. It's very unfamiliar territory, but I got to touch bases into it because I'm seeking the truth.
Okay, if you can, if you don't mind, could you share? Because if you want to, I will order one and we can actually cover it.
Let's
Cause
do that. Yeah. And you know what? The one I ordered, a room shaker. Yeah, do that. I would love to do that because we need to know the truth. We've been so misled, and I hate to say this, as a race, on the darker shades of the 50 Shades of Brown, but we are so naive.
easily
And
manipulated, easily influenced. Some of us don't.
that's how they taught us though. I mean,
Right,
because yeah, we didn't know that even in the schooling, the teaching had been altered. And the truth was covered, whitewashed. It's just a lot that we have just. So when I hear people say, "Oh, that don't have nothing to do with me," oh, yes, it do.
let's
When
go
people
because
say
we done talked
it,
about that a lot. Let's go.
yeah, yes, it do. It has everything. They want us to have that mindset that it don't have nothing to do with us. Yes, it do. And by the time we realize, oh, our light bulb go, oh hell, it's too late.
Right. They done already got away with what they were trying to achieve, and that's why I think they making it so kids don't be educated. That No Kids Left Behind basically gave them a reason why they can sit here and pass kids and they still be stupid.
Right, right. We should have known something when they took like certain things, even writing in cursive. How it in the Constitution wrote in cursive.
Yep. Handwriting was a must to graduate. Oh, Auntie Fee, that's another thing. Because a lot of people swear by the King James Version, and then, like I said, actually being privy to actually watch a lot of people study their religion and the different breakdowns of it. Some people swear by the King James, some people pick other Bible written, and I was like, how do y'all know which ones is the true Bible? And then that's like you said, the Bible that you found out about. But then it was the man. Remember that show where the man, they tried to stop the Bible from being taught or handed out, or people learning the Bible, to where he was blind and he had to memorize the Bible and go all the way somewhere else for people to start printing the Bible again. What movie was that?
Oh, I don't know.
You ain't
Right
never
off the
seen
bat,
it.
I can research it maybe a little later, but right now I'm not grabbing it. I'm not
Okay,
grabbing the
okay.
movie.
Probably
I'm
because
not.
you don't already prep for your show.
Well, I prepped yesterday, and I lost my cousin, so I was kind of off, and just kind of in my own little funk. So, girl, I'm gonna have to move this time because I'm just kind of moving slow. It's just a lot is just overwhelming. It's a lot of stuff that's overwhelming,
I
and
think
that
if we
we.
could read the walls of the pyramid, how powerful we'll become. We will become. What's on the? Well, yeah, the ancient writing and stuff. The Book of Eli. That's what it was called. Thank you, because I'm a movie
I never
fanatic.
watched that. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah. So that's a movie you should do one night. Have a book of Eli and invite people over. I would love to do that and sit on the
Now
panel and
you
just.
know it ain't the rules. I will have to figure out how to do it unless we do a show review and just break it down and keep pausing it. Cause YouTube done changed on a lot of rules. Like in the back, we did used to watch movies because I was a movie fanatic and like love flicks. But now I don't know how we'll be able, because
You have to
YouTube.
break it down. Break it down. And when
Okay.
when we see interesting things, we have to discuss it.
Okay.
Watch it first. I'm gonna watch it first, and then so that and maybe I don't ever take notes. I never ever take notes. But that's unfamiliar territory for me. So I think I may need to watch it first, and kind of like I do on mine. I'm kind of break it down together as I watch it. I will watch it to see if there's something that I need to bring to the tea sippers for that's truthful, right? And then watch majority of it with them and learn together.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, because he had his in brittle because he was blind. So it was he had a blind Bible that he saved, and he had traveled to get it over there to the other people so they could produce the Bible and put it back out here because people was burning the Bible, hiding the Bibles. If you got caught with the Bible, they wanted you on live, and they was burning the Bibles and stuff. And he was trying to keep the Bible in circulation, so he traveled to keep it safe, and then he kept the blind copy so nobody knew what it was.
okay, yeah, yeah. Let's watch that because that sounds kind of like what has happened uh through, but that's in the. It's just a lot that we just don't know that they've been trying to tell us on the cool, and we wasn't paying attention. So the Book of Eli, that's good to because I've never seen it. So yeah, that would be good to do. And yes, I'm waiting on my Ethiopian Bible, and there some of it. I got the audio and the book, and I got the audio so that I will be able to play it and maybe like have a picture of on the forefront and hear it through the picture.
Okay, well that's even better because, like I said, they've been asking me to start a book club, and then I told them what book would I be interested in. Like I don't know, I
Ethiopian
don't have
Bible.
no.
The Book of
Yeah.
Enoch and the Fallen Angels, and you know what? To be honest, I'm gonna go. With him rejecting the what is he rejecting about the weather? Global warming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's trying to and going over there wanting Greenland and all of those foreign places. He's trying to melt the ice for the fallen angels. He's doing the devil's dance. He's doing the work of the devil.
Hmm. You made the
Your
movie
theories?
Constantine pump Constantine, what was it, Constantine pop in my head like that. Me being a whole body, I love movies, so I watched a lot of them biblical movies, and Passion of Christ was another one that I liked.
Yeah,
It was a lot of them.
yeah, that's what he's doing. Even to do the research on the Antarctica, what's down there. It's just a lot that has been removed. And when they talk about playing with our food, it is to alter our memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed to unalive us, but they're also trying to take away uh, some of those God gifted
I got a
bless.
question. So do they got it where we allowed to go in the pyramids? I know like some people set stuff up as Missouri, but I thought that stuff was holy to them, so they don't allow people to go in there. Cause that would be something I would be into do. But then I know a lot of people say they want to go to Egypt and ride the camels and stuff. I don't think I want to do all that. But I wouldn't mind taking a trip like that.
Oh yeah, I thought I used to want to be able to walk the grounds in the sand of where Christ walked. But right now the devil is trying to take their land.
Right. They said we can go on the pyramid. So who would be willing to do a pyramid thing? Like, ooh, it was one place I knew that they was telling people if they go in there because everybody went in there and came out mad and it was supposed to be cursed and stuff. But I think people that actually believe in God ain't gonna feel like that. But I said I would love to take that challenge.
Yeah, I would too. But right now we can't do that because they fighting and stuff. I ain't going nowhere over there where a missile can hit because they trying to tear down everything that God built.
I agree with you because I seen people like Rico in Mexico. Rico the Bride, he's in Mexico or part of he's somewhere. He told us and he showed us he was there, and I'm like, see, yeah, Rico, like, yeah, no. I was like, I ain't trying to go off U.S. soil right now. I'm not trying to even go nowhere else because it's a lot. And then I say so many people saying that we're getting targeted because of the guy that got killed, that had ties with America. I'm like, so yeah, I'm not trying to go nowhere where I become a hostage because they say they don't negotiate with terrorists. But if you big enough and enough people make noise about you, they will try to get you back to USA soil. But some people might not even care.
Trump don't care. He know that crewman it has been captured. He know that. I got a picture of them. He's been captured. So when I was still, that's why that listen, that video that got like 100 or something thousand views on it. I was up all night. And then toward the end, I was like, I don't believe that. Yeah, it's all over the news because, he planted that narrative like that because a lot of what's going on over there, if you get caught filming, that's automatic 2 years. They do not want us to know how bad Israel is being beat down. So they're hell right now. Israel is feeling it.
Right.
And Trump don't want us to know. So for all these news media and all that, it just didn't feel right. So now on the backside of it, they're showing what's really happening. There is a guy that is caught that they have.
Right.
So Trump is trying to get it back, but they don't have him yet.
But I also got a question. Do you think that they don't want us to know Israel is being affected because they're trying to wipe out stuff so we won't have access to it?
No, I don't think they want to know because it's defeating their plan. See, why are we even at war? This is not our war. Iran is not a threat. When has Iran started anything with anybody?
Never that I know of.
Right. So they have planted this bad seed. So this is our country have lied.
Right.
Have lied. And we have just taken this lie and ran with it. Right. The whole time. Because it's like, well, why was you in negotiation with him? If they so bad, why was you negotiating? Why did you fake the funk with this peace treaty with Iran and Israel? And then why, in the midst of a peace treaty, because you wanted a Nobel Peace Prize, I guess, I don't know, did you send a missile?
Let's go.
They didn't send one. Oh, because Bibi Netanyahu told you to do it. So now, if they so bad, why are you demanding? You better make a deal. You gotta make a deal. And then come on and say, oh, everything has been obliterated. They don't have military. They don't have this. And then they shoot down our aircrafts. Where it come from? You understand?
Right.
Yeah, so Iran wasn't a threat. Israel is the bully, and they don't put so much money into our lawmakers that Trump has done so much dirt.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, go ahead, Auntie. I'm sorry.
You didn't know what you can walk to Iran through Mexico, walk to Africa through Arizona. How long you gotta walk? I don't know. Jesus walked.
Right. No, I'm like, I didn't know that. Like, I would thought them was the places. Now, them would be the places that you probably would want to fly to.
Yeah, yeah. They saying the guy who the pilot, one of those pilots, walked 100 and something miles. I don't know. I don't know. I know that our military is not prepared, especially if they got military walking the streets in the U.S., pulling people up out their house. None of that makes sense, Room Shaker. I know how you feel about immigrants, but Trump is an immigrant.
Well, I don't know. Let's be clear. I don't feel like that towards the immigrants. Like I said, I never experienced ICE. So it was a learning experience because it's going down and I can actually get there and observe it. But once I met some of them people and they started telling me how they felt and that we supposed to be on their side because they march with Black Lives Matter and they going to overpopulate us and that we going to have to answer to them and stuff like that, it put a bad taste in my mouth because I got Mexican neighbors neighbors, and we're actually cool. I'm cool with a couple of people from different backgrounds and different nationalities. But the fact that you thought you was gonna sit here and try to force me to see it your way, like, yeah, I'm Team ICE. So in that moment, I never knew what ICE did. I never knew that they existed. I never knew what they consist of. I was just there to be a spectator and get a little footage and do commentary. But after people started attacking me, and ICE actually embraced me and protect me, because if you seen when they stormed the streets, when they shot at them people and stuff like that, they made sure they shield my whole car and say, you stay still, we got you, we gonna escort you up out of here, let us clear the way for you. So that's what made me become Team ICE, because I didn't know nothing about ICE and TV. It was commentary for me. But after the people started attacking and they broke the man American flag, like, that flag represents the United States. Whether we agree or if we don't agree, it's actually like you showing us that we don't matter. But if you can fight for our space in our country, why can't you stand up for your own? So it made me have more questions than answer.
Well, let me tell you something. Smoke and mirrors. And before this war broke out, before ICE hit the streets, you had an opinion, if I can be honest, about ICE and Trump and what he had going on. There was a lot of deception in his practices, and what he was saying and what he was really doing behind the scene were two different things. Trump is not for the flag. Let me say that again. He is not for the red, white, and blue.
Well, I never did like ICE. I thought ICE was, not ICE, Trump. I thought he was a chauvinist. I feel like he don't have no respect when it come to women. And my thing about that flag is Sean was waving his flag because he fought for this country. So for y'all to break that flag and attack him and spit on him and throw water and stuff on him, like, you violated him just for standing up for what he believed in, and that's what I was against. Who did that? It's on my video. If you watch my ICE video, they did it to a white man named Sean.
Before that, it's bigger than what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So ICE is not for America. Okay, let's just keep it real. That's why they're the only ones getting paid, and the real government officials were not. That's why he didn't go through the proper chain of command to create this. A lot of those created terrorist stuff, that's them. That's them faking the funk in front of us, saying one thing and behind the scenes plotting against us. So ICE is KKK. And KKK is the devil.
America is not for America. I agree. Well,
so all this is supposed to be America first, and America first. You taking from America, you cutting budgets on America to fund Israel. So how's America first? How is KKK? No, you looking for somebody. You are trying to cause division. You're creating mayhem. You're creating how they did. So the immigrants right now, the first set of immigrants is these foreigners that they consider foreigners, and half of the people behind those masses are foreigners. So again, they're doing the devil's work. Hell, if it was really about America, Trump would have been gone a long time
ago. Let's go.
So we got to stop going along with the lie. We got to stop spreading the lie. Rushak, I went through a whole, at the beginning of Charlie Kirk, oh my God, the word N-I-G-G-A, N-I-G-G-E-R, it don't mean the same to me no more, because y'all came from us. So whatever you say we are, you are the second step or the second level of it, boo. Because you know this, and you know this, man. So unwhitewash your verbiage, because what you say to us, you say to yourself, because our DNA is in all of y'all. So I started reminding them, boo boo, how am I? If I'm a You are too. For
Let's
real.
go.
For real. So stop. And I told my T stepper, stop putting it out there. Don't take offense to it. Tell them, shit, you want too. What the hell you mean? Power is, knowledge is power for real. Wash. We need to start spraying full force water on that whitewash picture so that you can see when all the white paint falls down. You're gonna see some royalty, and it's 50 shades of brown, and it's the darker shade of brown that you are intimidated by.
Let's go.
Yeah. So now uh, I guess I would consider the awake. What you started the woke? Yeah, I'm really and I'm woke because of Charlie Kirk changing on the devil, choosing Christ at the very end.
You said quit fighting Trump. He's turning us back into the Republic of America.
But he's not for America. See, that's a mind manipulated. That's a manipulated mind. He's not for America. He not for America. He don't even want us to know that our military men. He don't want us to know that they have hostages. They have hostages, and guess what they say? And I've heard one of those officials over there say that they released the darker shades of the 50 Shades of Brown. Them the only ones that they released.
Let's go.
So they want us to believe that Iran is against it, but really Iran is really they fighting.
So you support Charlie Kirk. Divine Nine might be somebody that because I gained a lot of subscribers during the ICE movement. So everybody is free to express themselves in the chat. Please don't attack each other over views. Like y'all are entitled to y'all own opinions. Go ahead.
I support. I support. From what I know, I didn't know about Charlie Kirk until he lost his life.
I don't think she's talking about you. I'm thinking she's talking about what Divine Nine put in the chat that I read out. Us blacks started the republics. Let's go.
Yeah, because I can't see on the device I'm on. I can't see their comments. I'm not on another device where I can see it, so I'm just basing it off what you were saying.
Okay.
But about Charlie, so you didn't ask me about Charlie Kirk. That was something that they wrote.
No, you say no. I'm asking the co-host. She already spoke on Okay, so she is asking you that, Auntie Fee. My fault. I misunderstood.
Do I support Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
I support. Again, let me say this. I didn't know anything about Charlie Kirk until he was unalive. And he said he was a believer, but I believe now he was a believer, and he compromised his spiritual walk until the end, when he really saw that this is not just about politics. I really believed in Trump. I really believed that he was fooled. He was manipulated. I believe that he thought, this is my opinion, I believe that he thought he was doing a political messages for Trump to win, not realizing that he was making deals with the devil. So I believe Charlie Kirk sacrificed himself, because I think once he knew that he turned down $100 million because he realized that God wasn't in it, that was him rebuking the devil. So I follow the end of it. Him saying, I'm going to lose everything. My wife was a plant. She never loved me. All of this was a CI. I believe he came into the realization of the truth at the end. And at the end, I think when he refused $100 million and would not go to meet Bibi Netanyahu, which he probably was going to be unalived in Israel, when he told Bibi Netanyahu no, I believe that was him redemption with between him and God.
Okay, they said Charlie Coat was okay. It was his wife that's with the evil deep state stuff. I think he faked his death.
And he may have faked his death. But if he faked his death, he faked it because the CIA have him. Because all those people, his military, his security was Israel guys, Israelis.
You can't
So,
fake that shot in the neck. But then I also seen something about that case that they said they really can't match the bullets to the gun that the person had.
because it wasn't a gun, it was a device that designated.
Right.
It was not a gun. It would have been blood all over the place with that type of gun. I don't care if it was his neck; it would have been blood all pouring down. So if he faked it, okay, but I don't think it was faked. Uh, yeah, I think he knew. I think he realized his wife was a plant. I realized when he realized that money, billions of dollars were being moved, and that the people that had been placed around him was all a setup. And he trusted Trump. He believed in Trump, and Trump gave, whether Trump had a choice or not, he didn't because Bibi Netanyahu pulls the strings for Trump. So that raising the flag, half staff, all of that type of stuff, that was because Charlie Kirk really believed in Donald Trump. Does that make sense?
They said John Kennedy Sr. faked that gunshot wound to the head.
Yeah, and he may have. I don't know. I know a lot of faking is going on. I just like the suicide of the unaliving of self with Epstein ain't true. Just like the Ghislaine Maxwell ain't sitting in Bryan, Texas prison. That ain't her. I mean, it's a lot of, because this is CIA.
In a JFK Kennedy, you see his security actually shot him. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of it because he was going against. So why they comparing Charlie Kirk to JFK is because at the end, at some point, JFK said no to Israel, and Charlie Kirk at the end said no to Israel.
Okay.
Nobody in between has just really come out and said no.
Okay.
He said no. So the root of all evil is what? Money, right? So when he said okay, and it seems to be a pattern of offering $100 million. So here, let me invest in your business. Let me da 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 da. So the root of all evil is money. The lure to pull you further away from what you say you believe in, which is Christ, is money, right? Are you going to take this money? When he said no, I don't want nothing from you. I need to figure out where this money right here is coming from. Who is funneling money through my business? Now you want my business. I'm saying no. You saying come to Israel. Let's talk face to face. And he said no. I see you now. I see you. Erica, no. You're part of this child trafficking. All these kids, what is going on? You really did have a child brothel?
Yeah, but it was a lot of child brothels because when the traveling sector came about and the passport bros and all these other people, the passport bros was going over there just to turn them do stuff. But then the traveling sector with the passport bros, they was going over there because they was going for the kids brothels and they was getting exposed up and down the app. And that's what made a lot of people stop supporting the people in the traveling sector because all y'all have charges or been exposed for messing with kids, and that's why y'all got y'all passports because y'all felt like it was free territory for y'all to do that.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they're not military tied. because I'm not going to say just the military knew how it was operating, but there is a big connection with that. The average person would not have known anything about that, would not have known to travel to food with kids. The hotels are set up. You can, they
The
have a child
houses.
auction, the auctions on
Yeah.
all of that's real. And it's just a matter of time before the woke, uh, judicial system, or the people who really know, like the Comeys and the people that got fired and all of that, because they got to get to Florida. And what's his name? Diddy and Jay-Z, they know once the feds and stuff that really is trying to expose this stuff, they are in trouble again. Jay-Z gonna be dragged all the way in there, because I have a video of him and Diddy came up on it to see the little girls in the room. But Jay-Z was the ringleader of that on that video that I have.
Let's go.
And
We
then so
go.
Florida, New York is one thing. Florida is a whole nother. So Florida is gonna tie the Epstein's with Diddy and Jay-Z. And others, not just those two, and others. Okay, Florida is gonna be the boom, and they don't want Florida to be the boom. And guess what? Who turning blue midterm? A lot of places is, but Florida, oh my God. Imagine that exposure.
I can't wait till Jay-Z get exposed. Absolutely. And then now that was some that
Okay, so
actually
real checker, I gotta go.
okay.
It's been real. I don't want to go, but yesterday I didn't go live. But yeah, this is why I like these type of talk. I don't care if it's two people in
Is
here.
I redirect on because I redirect to you. We'll come over there.
Okay, you can. Let me. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna stay up here and let me go to the restroom, wash my hand, and get set up, and then we gonna start. I don't. Okay, so hold on. Keep me up here. Talk to the people. Let me get ready. Hold on.
Okay. You say I can't wait until Jay-Z get exposed. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm gonna say this. What I heard, what I was watching while I wasn't going live and wasn't over here in this round of space, I was watching that they said that something. Age ain't nothing but a number in their eyes, because I found out that they was offering up kids that was in the month stage. Like you could have been 2 to 3 months and they was offering you up. They said anything over 6 weeks. And I'm like, that's how y'all treat dogs. And come to find out, so I was like, damn, what can these kids be going through? Is that's why they putting out this stuff that they was eating kids to cover their track and leave no evidence below. They was probably
That's their worship. The babies are they worship. They want the blood to keep them young. That sacrifice. They do a lot with the blood, and then the other ones they use in the SCX way,
mm-hmm.
uh, and then they sacrifice them, and then the remains, the parts that they don't want anymore. That's what they sell to feed us back with these fast food chains.
Right.
That's why a lot of missing kids and stuff you probably will never find. And I was just because you asked me where Auntie B, where you find these people. Yeah, that's why I don't just listen to everybody. And on that, what is it, Zorro Ranch? He had uh, a crematory, the body where he was burning bodies. Then they
They
had
said
it where
that,
he.
and they said a lot of people knew what was going on, and now all of a sudden they want to investigate and stuff like this, but they was just waiting for the timing, because why y'all didn't intervene when all this stuff was, y'all would have been more able and capable of making it stop.
It's huge. It's bigger than just a few people.
Right.
It's just right now, and I'm not into it like that, but they keep saying this is the age of Aquarius, so a lot of exposure is coming out, and so even the coming out the truth. We don't really have control of it. It's kind of just been it's just, the world going around, and it's just at this time. That's how I believe, because it's way bigger than going to the police. Going to the police, and the police are doing it too. It's like every one of the J6 people that Trump pardon is locked up for child charges. So,
ACC, you got your hold on, I'm sorry. You got your redirect turned off?
I think I have. Okay, hold on. Let me get over here, room shaker. I don't think I have it turned off. I think I had put
You don't
another
have it
live,
turned
but
on.
I do have it on. But I had another live for H.L.I.C in that place. So hold on.
Okay. Well, that's okay, because I just found your upcoming live, so it let me do it.
Okay, yeah, because I definitely have it there. So I don't know where I want to start. So hold on, room shaker, because
You good? I'm
yesterday,
just setting up the redirect while we was talking.
yeah, because I need to know where I'm gonna start. Do I need I have it somewhere where the hostage guy is talking before we go into anything.
You said
Well,
the missing kids on the milk cartons was real kids they had to sell. A lot of
right.
right, a lot of politicians and celebrities were arrested and executed during the C-19 for trafficking. Oh yeah, and then remember I came and told y'all that some of the doctors that I'm trying to sit there and talk to, that they was telling me that they just not letting it go, but a lot of re-deaths have been coming about and stuff, and that it's coming back more aggressive, and it was worse than the first time around, and he was just giving everybody heads up to start back wearing masks and gloves to protect themselves. If you deal with money, keep constantly washing your hands. If you going in public spaces, keep washing your hands. But he said the fact that they keeping it under the table is because they don't want the world to go on lockdown again, and then they have to decide to take care of you. So this is something they don't want to do. So this is why they keeping it. But now I see it's coming across the news that they said they got new harsher strands that's actually having fatalities and stuff like that. But remember, I told right.
So for them to say that they don't want another outbreak, that's a lie. They planted it. They want another outbreak because of Trump is getting exposed. Bibi Netanyahu, Israel is losing this war, and then they're gonna have everybody at home again, taking a cocktail in their arm. They have all these triggers in it for them to be able to click flip a on and off to eliminate you. Then you're gonna be on the ground having spasms, and then they could say, "Oh, they OD," or "Oh, it's how they lived," or "Oh, it was drug related." That's how they're gonna label it. Or it was a self-inflicted. They did it to themselves. You understand? That's what's in that.
It is a bio weapon. That's what I'm saying. Like, see, when y'all be thinking people be caught up in YouTube and you don't see me out here, like I say, I multitask. I can't keep up with YouTube, the real world news, the politicians, and all that stuff. So I be in some of every lane, and if I don't interact as much, it's because it actually got my attention, and I don't want to miss out on no details. And then, like I say, I know too many people in certain fields that I can ask these questions and ask them, like, how many numbers have you seen, and why have they not announced it yet? And then they was like, because really the lockdown, they wanted to keep it under the rug to where it was making an impact and they can no longer contain it. That's the way it broke down. Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
The key to having everyone is a hive mind. You say quit eating the meat. Really watch what kind of food you eat. Period. Absolutely. That's why I'm glad that y'all we've been on this smoothie journey, and we've been holding on and working out and doing everything we need to do, because I don't trust the things that they coming up with, and I don't want to entertain the thought of a lot of this. And Auntie Fee just went live, so y'all got y'all 2 lives up out of me, and both of them passed the hour. My appointment is at 12. My appointment is at 12:30, but they want to be there at 12:15. So y'all actually helped me get to the time because we 8 minutes away from 11 o'clock, so we could go over there and celebrate and keep up with Auntie Fee and help her get her clicks and views. And later on, if y'all would like for me to come back after the doctor appointment, during the doctor appointment, anywhere in between, I will pop back out on the board. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in with me, waking up with me, and talking to me. And thank y'all for hitting the like button. I will see y'all later.